Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Planescape Torment, shall we? Picking up where we left off, we are exploring the hive, and we're chilling over here in Ragpicker Square. I got a bunch of quests to do. I got a bunch of people I gotta talk to, but one thing that I definitely want to do sooner rather than later is make my way back to the bar. Got a great tip that, the thief that I talked to who offered to train me in thief skills would indeed change my class from fighter to thief, and I do not want to do that. But I do want to change to mage. And I was like, well, I just got to find this mage trainer. And guess what? We already did. And I already talked to them. And that was the only clue that I needed to remember, the person who was slinging spells that I need to go chat with. So we're going for it. Hey, Siloom. Good evening, my friend. Good to see you. And here is the Gathering Dust bar. And that's what we're going for. Oh, here's actually Ingress right here. So I'm going to keep adding notes for myself so that I can keep track of everything. So we have a quest. We need to help her. She's a mad woman. And, if I can find an experienced planewalker, I can guide her home, apparently. Hey, Seth. What's up, my friend? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Alright, so who else we got here? I need to talk to this guy for my quest. Bane the Sender. You see Bane the Sender. As you approach, he looks at you hopefully. Were you successful in finding Craddock? Yes, I passed along your message, although it didn't seem to please him any. Boom, 500 experience. Bane doesn't seem to have heard any word after yes, for he smiles and heaves a sigh of relief. Good fortune indeed. Thank you, good sir, thank you. He reaches into his robe and pulls forth a handful of coppers, which he counts out, then hands to you. 30 commons for delivering a message, huh? Fair enough. So that's what I will say, fair enough. I don't see any more options here. Oh, more than fair, good sir, more than fair. I can say without hesitation, there is no finer profession in all Sigil than that of a runner for the House of Senders. I'll keep that in mind. Farewell, Bane. So why do I get the impression that, I was, serving, a warrant to that guy? That basically I was going out running errands and serving terrible, terrible messages to people. But 30 coppers is 30 coppers, right? So in here, we have Seer the Skeptic. We have some Mortai zombie workers. Let me see if there's anybody else that shows over here. Here we go. I think Emmerich was the one. Let me chat with Emmerich. I don't believe I fully exhausted the dialogue options here. You see Emmerich. He is regarding you with the stony gaze. This might not be the person. I have some questions for you. Now, this is about joining the Dustmen faction, which I don't want to do. I must take my leave. There's somebody here that was slinging spells that I want to talk to. Let me see here. Who we got? Mortai? No, that's the creep who I fleeced. Let's see about Narochi? He's pulling one of his spikes of hair. You can't help but think he looked better with dreadlocks. Leave alone? Okay. Hey, Mr. Krabs, good evening. Good to see you. I have not seen the trailer for Minecraft movie. I've seen a few images of it, and I hear that it has been receiving pretty negative backlash from the community. I was confused why they decided to make it live action, considering you could just do it all in CGI, and it seems to fit, but what do I know? Let's see. Let's talk to this seer. What brings you to Seer's door this time? Well, the crypt was losing its charm, so now I'm looking around for the right place to die. Know of anywhere? She barks a laugh. Ha! Not here unless you want to die of boredom. What's wrong with here? Tch. Someone pinch your sense and your sight, boy. Look around. What do your eyes tell you? A bunch of fun-loving dustmen, drinking happily and conversing merrily, celebrating life to its fullest. You got a clever tongue there, boy. Mayhap your tongue is cleverer than you are? Sarah squints at you. That explained the scars. But it doesn't explain why a dustman is standing here ridiculing other dustmen. Care to answer that one? Okay, so let's see if I already talked to her. Dustmen in particular. Okay. Here we go. This is good. Actually, I met a scribe named Dahl at the mortuary. Do you know him? Dahl, he was my instructor in the philosophical arts during my early training at the mortuary, and a crusty fool to boot. He's ill, so my ears tell me. I bet he'll even bore death with his presence. Hilarious. Is he dying? Sicker than a spotted dog, he is. Not much sand left in the hourglass for him. Can you tell me about the other ones? What about more time? Ha! I thought you were going to ask about a dustman. There's no dustman who's less a dustman than that jink-smacking, bone-box-rattling Lackwick. Whoa! What do you mean? Mortai's so anxious to impress his betters by getting the most dead contract signed that I wonder if he'll ever be a dustman. I don't understand. He's eager to get contracts signed, boy. He's concerned about his reputation. He's thinking of his career in the dustman. That alone says it all. I still don't get it. It's said that passions kill, Seer snorts. For dustmen, it's the opposite. Passions keep you alive, and if you can't strip yourself of passions, whether eagerness, greed, or ambition, then you're doomed to never truly die, because life will always hold a piece of you. Not dusty enough indeed, Silum. Alright. What about Emmerich? That stone-faced old fool? I taught him, you know, and I used to hold the man in high regard. Then I woke up. He's a crusty old ghoul that sits here in his off hours to make sure the younger dustmen have a symbol of authority here in the bar. Old vulture. Alex, good evening. Good to see you. What about the other dustman? Old Copper Eyes? Don't know much about that one. He's a strange blood. He never moves from that spot, never eats, never drinks, just waits. She shivers slightly. Makes me uneasy. Other dustmen. No, I asked about all of them. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong place for the spellcaster, and I need to go to a different location. Let's see, I had other questions instead. Okay. Old Copper Eyes stares at you. I got some questions. That didn't work. Okay. Alright. Well, let me go look around then. Maybe I miscalculated. But I should say we have inside this bar Emmerich, Seer, Copper Eyes, Mortai, for example. Alright, so this is our Dustman bar. I'm just going to leave some notes here. Maybe it was over by the Dustman Monument? It was not in the mausoleum. I can go there. Okay.
Alright.
Here's Anna. But she's definitely not the scholar. I am going to leave a note for that, though. Quentin, Sebtai, death of names. Let's see, my poor sister. The woman's face looks broken and she's covered in scars. They look like bite marks and fingernail cuts. She's cradling the shreds of several rags in her hands and is staring emptily at the wall of the monument at the names there. Greetings? Get you back. What you want of Sebtai? What's the matter? What's wrong? Those chaos men wrecked my cart, attacked me, and killed 3 of my sisters who tried to stop them. Not sisters anymore. Now there's nothing but names on the memorial wall. Chaos men? Chaos men, a faction, they says. What they are is an addled bunch that runs wild through the hive and does whatever they please. We never did no harm to them. Then they lope in like dogs and tear apart anything within their reach. Who are these chaos men who attacked you? They're a hiver gang, bunch of addled sods that call themselves the starved dogs barking or some such barmy nonsense. Look at this. These are some sweet things I could say. You know, I wouldn't mind penning some men in the dead book for some coin. You got the copper, we'll talk terms. I can go kill some people for you. You got money? Their actions were unjust. If you wish, I can see that the matter is rectified. If 3 deaths they caused, then 3 deaths these shall suffer. So, this is kind of how far do I want to extend myself at this point about being the peacekeeper of the hive. And I feel terrible, but I'm not going to commit to anything too severe until I'm ready for a tussle, so I'll keep my eye out. So in this room, we have Sebtai, Quentin, and Death of Names. All right, so I'm just going to kind of note that as well. Okay, beautiful. And this dude is definitely not who I'm looking for. Greetings. You come to claim a slice of the rock? No, just pass it through. All right. You know, now that I think about it, the person probably is in the bar, but then again, maybe they only visit during certain times, or maybe my memory is entirely corroded, but there's a lot of stuff I have to do. So let's look around, and we can look at our journal. The mausoleum where the dead walk, he wanted me to look into the matter. He said I should go to the archway, and then I can get in. Now, I do want to solve this problem. Hey, Jam Nuska, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. I am attempting the gelling process as we speak, my friend. Siloom, I really like that. I think you say that well right there. Yes, it has a complete Art Deco steampunk feel, but then yeah, you've got that like, you know, Fallout Geiger. I mean, the UI itself is just so bizarre. All right, so I need to go find his necklace, but I'm going to wander around. Okay. And cool your beans, she says. It's a harlot. Okay, no. No, we don't need to talk to a harlot right now. We're doing Jamnuska. We're going to give it a go. I'm just taking it in stride, and I'm not going too fast. Let me speak with Emmerich again. I got some questions for you. Is this your bar? They're under my protection. Can I ask you some questions? What can you tell me? That slipped my mind. Right. No. I'll talk to Mortai again, but I don't... He's just an overeager fool. Ah, you again. Have you come to make me surrender more contracts? Well, no matter. The past is past. What is it may I do for you? I have some questions. Can you tell me about some of the patrons? Let's see. Can you tell me about Seer? A trouble initiate. I heard she contracted a sickness not long ago and it changed her. Now she seems bitter and angry and does not speak the Dustman beliefs with the conviction she once did. I fear that a bitterness is a passion that could jeopardize her position. This guy's all about positions. Are Dustmen not allowed to feel passions? Oh my, yes. Too much passion, too much emotion prevents one from reaching the true death. All right, buddy, thanks. Okay. I'm okay. Then I don't think there's anybody else I can chat up. So I'm going to bail. I'm just going to keep exploring the hive. There's so much still I haven't even uncovered. Let me look. Yeah, like this whole area over here I haven't even been to, so let's see what we got. Well, it's just some thugs, I guess. It goes to the Alley of Dangerous Angles. And I've been there before. I'm with you. This was like, right before full voice acting for a game like this, and it would be great if it were. Let me see about... If I go to the world map, the Alley of Dangerous Angles goes here. Do I want to go that way? I'm going to quick save it. Yeah, sure, we'll go this way, but I feel like you get roughed up when you go down over here. Yeah, there's all these shivs. And, this says, greetings, looks like you're in Dark Alley Shiv territory. Looks like you got a purse that could use some lightning. You better pray it's enough. So I can talk to the leader. How much do you need? I'd like to see you try taking it with holes in your skin, or I already paid this time through with a bluff. Let's just tell him holes. Okay, we gotta fight everybody. So let's do it. Okay, so we got 35 experience. We killed this guy. Mort is down here fighting. I wish I could do this better, Mort, but I can't. So I'm going to go over here and attack. And we'll attack over here. Okay, attack you. And hit. And one more. Oh my gosh. So, I love this because, like, I'm expecting, well, I've got to kind of spec into being a mage to have any chance in combat. But honestly, we just wrecked all of these guys. Now, these are like low-level fools, but it feels good to have a floating skull take them down. I always love when you try to get assaulted and you just completely devastate the foes. He has a rusty dagger. I can't actually pick this up. I need to figure out how to get some more inventory space or whatever. Now, if I look at my inventory, I am currently using as my weapon. I guess I could put this dagger there, but I was using this pry bar, I think, and just hitting people with a crowbar, like the one free man, Morgan Freeman, or Gordon Freeman, or Morgan Freeman, whatever you want to say. How much does this thing sell for? Might be worth a few coins. Ooh, copper earring. Maybe it's worth more. I don't really know. Can I wear jewelry? Can I put this as a quick item? I can. Oh, I could even wear this. Sure, yeah, I'm going to wear it. I'm just going to go around picking up this stuff on the ground. I'll wear this, these terrible earrings and stuff. I can use these slots on my inventory to hold more space, like hold more stuff.
Hey everybody, let me interrupt the video for a moment to talk to you about Reka. Reka is a rich exploration game with base building and crafting elements. Begin your journey as Reka, an apprentice to the legendary witch Baba Yaga. Deep in the autumnal woodlands, practice your witchcraft as you summon to life your own iconic chicken-legged cottage. Venture through the beautiful scenic world as you solve quests, forage for ingredients, and uncover Baba Yaga's harrowing secret. You get to build and customize your enchanted, ambling cottage, a haven from an unpredictable, sometimes dark world, and a personal place to practice your magic. You get to find your inner witch, roam free across wild landscapes, brew and concoct magical crafts. Every journey begins from nothing. Become Reka and begin yours. Construct, bewitch, and journey with your very own witch home. Decorate and create your own haven with ultimate placement freedom. Forge your path through breathtaking, procedurally generated natural landscapes. Discover and tame wildlife to join you on your adventure and bring them home. Discover settlements, accept quests, and decide whether to help or hinder local villages. Create your own witch with fully customizable character creation tools. I'm going to put links in the description below to the Steam page so you can check out Reka. Okay, everybody, back to the video.
Do you know how bad you are if you're in a gang and like 6 of you attack one man and you all die? Or maybe it's just better illustration of how strong my character is. Being that, I can't be killed. Oh, they're all going to attack me. Okay, so this whole area is hostile. That's fine. Let's go. Hi. You guys want to play? I have this club. I also regenerate health. I don't think you're going to like getting hit with this crowbar. It was, wasn't it? The Legend of the Drunken Boxer. I don't feel like I need a cobblestone. Yeah, and that's the thing, Jamnuska, with like games like this, it's harder to do that because you're going to miss some like incredibly relevant clue, probably. So I'm trying to, exhaust all dialogue options, but it makes it quite the reading experience for sure. This is like one of the most reading intensive games that you're going to get. It's up there, with Underrail and just, CRPGs of this era, but even more so. I wonder what they're going to think when it's like the entire gang is dead. Didn't we have a gang? Weren't we protecting the alleys? Well, there was this crazy guy with dreadlocks, and he came through with a crowbar. Yeah, Jamnuska, I'm with you, my friend. Oh, yeah. What do you think about this club? Oh, my God. Explosion. Oh, this is a razor. This is like a tougher one. This might... Okay, never mind. Maybe that was a different... Bronze bracelet. Heck yeah. I'm going to go to the shop with, like, all of these items. Just a bunch of bloody bronze jewelry. Hi, do you guys buy bloody, freshly worn bronze trinkets? I have a lot. All right. Here they come. This is such a bad idea in RPGs like this when you aggro an entire area, an entire faction. And I'm loving how badly I'm doing this, but this is what's happening. Any quests that were in this place are probably going to be undoable forever. Oh, we are getting hit here. Okay, let me move out so the skull can actually do something. Okay. Now, I might need to leave and go over to that old lady's house and get healed up. Return. I regenerate health, but probably not fast enough.
Just look natural. Casual.
This wooden shack is constructed of charred timbers and rotten, termite-infested wood. Good job. This is all that remains of a sedan chair. There are still some bloodstains on it. Yeah, you probably shouldn't take your sedan chair through the alley of dangerous angles. Oh, here they come. Guys, I really want to loot a chest. So it's confusing that this is the alley of dangerous angles, but then there's angels in here. And Razor Angel sounds terrifying. Oh, my sense of adventure is heavily clouded by my general strategy of cowardice, which I exhibit in games to fight people one-on-one. With the odds heavily in my favor until I can make a go. I guess this is actually a quick item that I would want. Yeah, Alex, it's a strategy. That's what it is. It's a deep strategy that I've employed here. I'm not regenerating with the same aplomb that I would like. I'm at 10 hit points. So I'm going to go out and come back later. You know, you got... That's right. I'm being too hard on myself, Alex. You're right. Let's go chat it up. First of all, I did heal right there for one. I need to, in general, just find some vendor to sell all this stuff to. So let's see if over this way we can just find, like, over by Craddock, that might be the marketplace where I could just sell some stuff. I'm overburdened with garbage. Alright, so here is the Burning Man bar, here's Amaris, here is the painted door to the Tenement of Thugs. Maybe the person is in the Smoldering Corpse bar, and if I don't get into a fight, that's where I found the spellcaster. Maybe. I'm just grasping mourns for trees, okay? So there's the druid, I suppose. The damsel in distress, yeah, she's begging for help, so that seems like a quest that's going to be some kind of trap, but I do want to add a note here for mourns for trees and, you know, the damsel. Done. Oh, here we go. Starved dog, barking thug. These are the guys that ran over the sisters over there by the stone, that if I wanted to, you know, exact vengeance and be a vigilante, I could go do that. I probably do want to do that, but I kind of want to go... Oh boy, we got some idiots. I'm going to go back out. I want to go to a vendor and to heal. I don't really want to fight riffraff right now. I haven't completely healed my situation from attacking another gang. The hive is a dangerous place. It's no joke. There's bad guys at every turn. This guy is Barriar Centaur Man? Much as this creature's body is a oh no, he's not centaur. Combination of man and ram. Yeah, he's ram man. His head is a mix of sorts, with a broad, flat nose, goat ears, and a pair of curling horns. Intricate designs are shaved into his dirty pelt, and a massive four-flanged polearm hangs from his belt harness. He doesn't seem to notice you. I hope you got a cream for that, Jamnuska. Greetings. He turns to your face with startling speed, his eyes dark and suspicious of you, his voice is deep and rumbling, not quite human, and heavily accented. What do you want, Two Legs? His hand is close to his polearm. Only to speak with you. I had some questions. He seems to calm down, and his hand drops away from his weapon. He still keeps a certain distance from you, however. What do you wish to ask me? Okay. Let's see. Can you tell me about the Lady of Pain? The lady? He looks around as if to see if anyone's overheard. I only know that she rules this place, all of Sigil, and that the locals feel it bad luck to speak of her. Okay, good. Let's keep talking about her. You got something else to say? Do you know about Farad? I know few people here, Two Legs. This Farad is not one of them. A friend of yours? Not really. Let me ask you about something else. Have you by any chance just seen a journal that has my name on it? No, Two Legs, nothing like that. Another question. Why are you so wary of me? He seems sad for a moment. This place, a wretched, unclean place, is full of unfriendly, sometimes desperate people. Not the best place for a visiting barrier, Two Legs. He shrugs. I have business here, though, and so here I am. He is, exactly, right, Siloom? And that's like what we should understand, I think, from more knowledgeable people than myself about the Planescape world, which is that you're talking about a second edition D&D spin-off that's kind of like, you know, just a really far out there amalgam of, you know, fantasy, sci-fi, oddities, supernatural, you know, just real fringe and bizarre elements kind of thrown around. So I guess I'm just expecting anything. Visiting? You do not live here? The barrier shakes his head, laughing. No, Two Legs. No barrier could live like this. Where are you from? From the plains of Ysgard, Two Legs. They are my home. He smiles in fond recollection, as if warmed by the memory. What sort of business were you here for? Another time, Two Legs. If we ever meet in a happier place, I shall tell you about it. All right, man. Take care. He don't like this place. That's fine. Where does this go? This goes to a warehouse. Okay, so... Oh, God. These bad guys are here again. They really want to fight. Guys, I need the grandma. Barbarella. It's kind of like that. Alright, so here's Craddock. Here's the marketplace. And let me definitely go to Craddock.
I'm gone.
So I already did some work. This is Merem. But that's not the grandma who lets you rest. She lives in like a tree place. Here's the merchant. Jump, Lim, jump. The merchant seems to suddenly notice you. Oh, greetings. Would you like to purchase one of these playful gambling Lim-Lims? Not yet. What are Lim-Lims? They are from the Outlands, my lord, neither wholly insect nor animal. They are friendly, playful, and quite loyal. He takes a sidelong glance at the Lim-Lims, then leans close to whisper. Pretty tasty, too. In a pinch. Wow, delicious. I had some other questions. I don't really want to purchase that. Farewell. I guess I could use that for something, but what I'm looking for is... who's this person? Gooha. Oh, is that the thief? I need somebody I can buy and sell from. Where you at? Where's random person? Do you buy and sell? The attractive young woman is smiling and beckoning. Hey, VODs, what's up, my friend? Thank you, thank you. I'm looking for her. Okay, I'll go to find a hut. I have her marked on the individual map, my friend. You can't, like, leave marks on the world map. And so I just have to keep circling the hive until I find her. Thank you for the tip. I'll look for a hut. She better not call me Bucko indeed. I had a bad run-in. You know, the chain of events that spun off, Siloom, like, it caused my virtue to drop, which caused one of my party members to be upset, which caused us to have a falling out, which resulted in me losing a party member. And, I mean, it was just like, it was so bad. You know, I just learned that I shouldn't do a home invasion to the elderly in that game. It makes sense. So, plates, jugs, cups. May I see what you're selling? I sell plates, jugs, cups. Step closer. You peer into the crate. It's full of plates, cups, jugs, tankards, cutlery, and the like. They look to be of varying degrees of quality, but some of it appears quite nice. As you're looking over them, she presses up against you. See anything you like, sir? Her long, waving hair brushes against your shoulder. Smells faintly sweet, like vanilla. She's trying to rob me. It's not use, but I had some questions. Oh, sir, but wait. She puts her hand on your forearm. Her touch is as light as a feather. Are you sure there's nothing you need? Surely something from your own home or a gift. She bites her lip coyly, cocking her head slightly. She did. Alex, it was awful. So this reminds me of... There's an awesome quest in Underrail where there's this lady that, like, pretends to be a sad, distraught widow that kind of, like, lures you with her guiles into her house, but it ends up that she, like, drugs you, and it's like a murder house, and she's been just, like, luring men to her house, killing them and taking all of their stuff. I kind of get the vibes that, like, that might be where she's getting her stuff. Well, that's a really nice plate. No, I don't need anything. My questions. She looks so sad you're nearly stricken with guilt. Slowly, she lowers the lid of the crate. Sorry, sir, I have no time for questions. I must sell what I can before the day is done, for my family is large and hungry. Jeez. Okay. So, what I'm looking for is somebody who will buy and sell the junk that I have. Can we find that? Who are you? Giscoral. What are you about? You see a spindly-looking merchant, okay, with a brush of gray and red stubble across his chin. He wears several layers of brightly colored robes, so much so that he looks like a flag with arms and legs. He is shaking slightly as you watch. Greetings. I, Giscoral. He bows and spreads his trembling hands. As he does, you notice his hands and forearms are a twisted mass of black scar tissue, as if they were once badly burned. Geez, what are you selling? Giscoral buy cloth. Giscoral voice ticks like a clock, flat and measured. Giscoral sell cloth, washcloth, men cloth, and wear cloth. Can I see what you have? Okay. He sells, bandages, needle and thread, and rags. All right, these are all good. I could use these, but can you buy all of the garbage that he will? Ancient copper earring. Yes, sell that. I'm going to mark a few items here. So, I have to de-equip all of the stuff that I have on me because he won't buy it straight from your inventory. So I'll sell that right away. Now, I don't know enough about this game to understand if there's, like, my buy and sell prices are affected by charisma or the merchant that I'm talking to, my own reputation, things like that, but I'm just going to buy and sell stuff because I need space. All right. So I'm going to go back to my inventory, and I'm going to, like, put the charcoal charm. Okay, so I'm not going to use it, but I'm going to put it in my quick slot, as well as the, I guess the dirty rat charm. Can't use this item. What does this do? Oh, it's for thieves only. Okay, we should sell those then. And this, I want to sell. The bone charm is for everybody, I think. So I'll just put this up here. We will drop down this copper earring, these bronze rings, everything that I'm wearing, and see if I can get rich from this poor guy and open up some inventory space. I also have this rusty dagger that I don't feel to need. This is useful, so let me equip that. Let me put this down here. Actually, this does what? 1 to 3 piercing damage, not usable by priests, and my pry bar is 1 to 6 crushing damage. So interestingly, if I do decide to become a mage, I will lose the pry bar. So I need to hold on to that. But the, what is this? 2 to 4, not usable by mages. All right, so we'll get rid of this. So I'll hold on to these things. And then let's talk to this my man here. Oh, no, he won't buy these items. Either that or he has no money left. He will buy these, though. No, he's got money left. He just won't buy everything. Okay. Corpse Fly Charm. What is this all about? Invoke Swarm Curse. That's hilarious. You just puke bees from your mouth. I like it. Okay. Alright, so Giscoral buys some stuff, so I'll mark that. So he's Cloth Man. Let's see, what are... Do you buy and sell? I guess if they don't have a name... Hello there. Maybe they don't have anything. He's got food. Purchase something. I could buy food from this guy, but I want to sell, so he's not helping me. Who's this Casa Jai? What are you all about? This toothless old crone reeks of fish and brine. Delightful. Spying your approach, she gives you a wide pink smile. Fish, my child? Fish heads, mayhaps? I don't really need fish. What are you offering? Why, fish. Okay. Take care. So she's going to sell you fish. Can I buy and sell from you, Craddock? He does hard labor. He's not happy. So let's not mess with him. You see a thin, yellow-skinned humanoid covered with a variety of dazzling tattoos. His eyebrows have been accented with black charcoal lines, and his teeth are filed to points. He sees you and waves you over, rattling his dice in his hand. Greetings! He displays a feral, shark-toothed grin. Wonderful. His eyes are like shiny black orbs. His voice is low and raspy. Gawaha greets you as well. Have you come to play a game? No, but I had some questions. Oh, he wants to, like, roll dice. No thanks. So, Gamble Man. Alright, I don't want to do that. I'm trying to find... And she has a quest for me. And so we're trying to help her. She got something stolen from the gang. I'm just trying to find someone else that I can sell this garbage to. Oh, VODs, thank you, my friend. Let me check that. I 100%... Yes. Let me see here. Come over, see the blades. Come to see my blades? Yes, I have. You are so right. Thank you, my friend. You are 100% right. This guy sells weapons and he buys everything that I've got. I love this. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so, well, he doesn't buy it all, but he does buy the copper earring and the bronze bracelet. Some people don't want these. I gotta find whoever wants these bronze rings. But this is much better. Fist irons don't sell for much, but I gotta get rid of it. Does the hammer do anything? Nah, I mean, I got my crowbar, so I'll keep that. I'm just going to get rid of stuff to make room. Alright. Great. Let me talk to this Iron Nails. What are you all about? This broad-shouldered woman is shuffling about amongst the huge beams lying on the street. She kicks at the beams with iron-shod boots. Every once in a while, she bends down and wrenches a nail from one of the boards with her bare hands. She holds each one up, appraising it, then drops it into a leather slick bag. Hey! She straightens up, hearing your approach. She's smiling politely, but from her stance and the way her head rests close to the hilt of her weapon, you could tell she's ready for trouble. You notice one of her eyes has a milky film over it. That's close enough there, Cutter. What do you need from me? Just couple questions. Oh, okay. You know Farad? I heard the name. Head of a pack of collectors. Not sure where a body'd find him, though. You may want to try Ragpicker's Square. I got some other questions. Have you seen my journal when you were just doing that thing you were doing? Nay, I have not. You know, that's a good idea. Is a journal. Maybe I should start one of my own. It is. It's amazing how much one can forget. A journal can help you hold on to your memories. She mulls over what you said. Heh, you're right. You're right indeed, Cutter. I'll do it. I'll thank you for your idea. Okay, great. That'll be 500 coppers for the idea. All right, I got some questions for you. What is this place? Look, Cutter, I got a lot of work to do. The nails aren't finding their way. Oh, her name's not Iron Nails. I misread it. It's Iron Nulls. It's just my brain filling in the word nails after the word iron. They're finding their way into me bag while I'm spilling chant with ye. Why don't you pick another Cutter's brain box about that for a time? Look, I want to spill chant. And I want to pick your brain box, Cutter. You see, I speak the lingo. Alright, I'll go see you. Alright, so let me actually put a couple of pins in because I definitely need to mark weapon merchant equals hive merchant guy at bottom by fish lady. Okay, and then add a note over here. Iron Nulls. Just in case we need to find this charming. Hey, T-Swan, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. All right, I'm going to curl back up this way in the hive and see if I can find said hut.
Hey, we're being watched, Chief. Just look natural. Casual.
All right.
Oh, is this it? Yes. No, this is the flop house. That's not it. We're getting closer. Let me go in there. Oh, here's another centaur, or maybe the same one. We have Arlo and Nestor in here. Okay, so let's see what... Who's this guy, Arlo? Arlo Guthrie? You see a short, balding man standing in what serves as the foyer to this ramshackle flophouse. His bushy brows are furrowed in concentration as he picks at what appear to be scabs on his large, bulbous nose. Leave the man to his hygiene. No, we're going to interrupt his hygiene. The man doesn't bother to look up. Instead, he continues to stare cross-eyed down at his nose. Yeah, what do you want? Can I rest here? Sure you can, Burke, if you got the jink for it. Nobody puts up here for free except old Nestor over there, and that's only because no one's addle-coved enough to mess with him. All right, buddy, how much for a bed? They'll cost you 5 coppers. Okay. Never mind. I don't want to actually do that, but it's good to know that that's a possibility. And here's my buddy Nestor over here. Let me see what you're all about. You see an aging man in soiled and tattered clothes, frantically pacing in the corner. His shock of filthy white hair sticks out in every direction, and his face, encrusted with dirt and streaks of dried blood, is covered with gray stubble. Every few seconds he stops pacing and flails about suddenly, muttering and cursing as if assaulted by some unseen foe. He does not seem to notice your approach. "Hey, Nestor, it's me." At the sound of your voice, the old loon whirls about to face you, his wide, staring eyes bulging in their sockets. He regards you for a brief moment, then returns to his raving. "No, no, it's not you, ho-ho, but soon, yes, soon." "Who you talking to, buddy?" The old man seems oblivious to your presence. "Ho-ho-ho, you'll come, yes, you'll come, and old Nestor will be waiting." "Who you waiting for?" "Waiting, yes." He suddenly plops down on the floor as if overcome by exhaustion. "Long have I waited. Waiting." He takes a deep breath and springs back to his feet. "Wait forever if I have to. Do you hear me?" "I hear you, man. Are you all right?" "No!" Nestor's face turns beet red and his whole body shakes in protest. "My fork! Can't leave without my fork! Ho ho, fork, fork, fork!" Maybe his fork is like, the plane key. "Your fork?" "Fork, fork, can't go home without my fork." Nestor's frenzy reaches a violent crescendo. He begins hopping up and down maniacally, then suddenly stops, lowers his head, and runs headlong into a large wooden cupboard that stands against the back wall of the flophouse. The force of the impact knocks the old man flat on his back. After a few seconds, he stands back up, a dazed expression on his face. "Gone. Stolen. Can't go home without my fork." "Who took your fork, man?" Nestor stares at you for a long moment, then begins rummaging through the pockets of his filthy tunic. After a few seconds, he produces what appears to be a dismembered ear. That's a good thing to keep in your shirt there. Judging by the stench and color of the ear, you'd wager that the old loon has been toting it around in his pocket for some time. "You have my fork, don't you? Don't you?" He holds the ear close, as if speaking to it. "Bring back my fork." Maybe I can help you. I'll look around for a person with one ear." "Waiting." He shakes the ear violently as he shouts into it. "Until you bring it back, then I can go home." "I'll go find your fork, man."
My journal.
All right, so I'm going to get his fork. Now, by the way, I said this was the same Ram Man, but it's not. It looks different. They just all have this Barriar name. They don't have, like, individual names that I can see. All right. So I could stay here to recover my health if I really wanted to for 5 copper and then go, beat the tar out of the rest of the Razor Angels. But honestly, by the time I keep exploring, I'll just heal passively. So there's Nestor and Arlo inside here, so let me kind of just leave a mark about that. Okay. And let's wheel around this way. So here is Ragpicker Square. Oh, here we go. Here's Granny.
All right.
So, old Mevith. Could I rest? That would be fine. I love it. Oh my god. This clockwork mechanism just happened. I've rested for 8 hours and I'm fresh as a daisy. Alright. So, this is where they told me that there's like a secret entrance to find the guy that I'm looking for, Pharaoh, but Oh, here's Nod. I might not be strong enough for it yet. Although, I don't know. In this game, I really can't get a feel for if they expect you to grind or do anything like that. Marrow Friend. Now, when I went into this chamber before, I believe I did not come out. It was like a trapped room, and I needed to be a little bit stronger to handle it. So I might want to poke around. Hey, look, One Ear. This guy. You've got the fork. The one-eared tiefling scowls at you threateningly. Pike off, Burke, or I'll have your guts. Here we go. You wouldn't have happened to have lost that ear while robbing an old man here in the hive. I don't know what you're talking about, Burke. He glares at you angrily. Now I suggest you get your mangled carcass out of my sight before I carve my name into you. Certainly, just give me the fork that you stole from him, and I'll be on my way. With a flash of movement too quick to follow, he whips his knife from its sheath and begins waving it menacingly before you. Why don't you come and take it from me? Why don't you put that blade away before you get hurt? You sure do have a sharp tongue, Burke. I think I'll cut it out and feed it to you. All right. We gotta fight this guy. Oh, man, we just hit this guy hard. I just crit him for 10. He's tough. Oh, he's dead. We killed another person. My evening in the hive is filled with murder, but here is the fork. And a high-quality stiletto that we can sell. A good deed done. Punctuated by murder. Actually, he was right on top of the dude. I came back full circle. I didn't realize I was doing that. Well, Nestor, I got your stuff, man.
Hey, Cutter! I got a good place for you to stay. Come inside. You'll live longer. We got warm beds in here, Cutter. Come on in.
I wonder if, like, the ambient voice work in this game was part of the original, or if it's only part of the enhanced edition. But you can hear the person in the background, you know, saying, "Hey, Cutter, come over here," and stuff, to add some, you know, ambiance. It's great. Dude. Fork. Is this your fork? Nestor hastily snatches up the fork. My fork! My fork, fork, fork! He hops up and down excitedly, waving the fork back and forth in an elaborate pattern above his head, as if he were performing some sort of ritual. Now I can go home. Farewell! Farewell, man. Nestor turns to leave. Then, as if struck with some afterthought, he turns back around and hands you a scrap of something soft and rubbery, the severed ear. Upon closer examination, you notice that there's an earring still dangling from it. All right, thanks, man. Pocket the earring and discard of the rotting piece of flesh. Yeah, you know, notice how they don't give you the option to throw away the earring and keep the ear.
Updated my journal.
500 experience. And, oh, this is a magical earring. Look at this. It's only used by thieves, but it gives you 10% stealth. Ooh. That's a shiny one. So I could probably sell that for some coppers. All right. Awesome. Quest completed. Let me check myself out, by the way. How much experience does a guy need to level up? Let me see here. Statistics screen. Here we go. Oh, I need a lot. Next level ain't happening. Sometimes when I see 500 experience, I'm like, oh yeah. But it's not an oh yeah moment. I'm true neutral. Apparently. I guess my alignment will become dictated by my choices. Alright. Let's go ahead and let me go back to the bar. Who's this guy who's trying to talk to me? Mar. What do you want? Your first impression of Mar is that he needs a long bath, preferably away from any creature that has any sense of smell. You can almost see the stench waft from his body in sinister yellow tendrils. Delightful. He motions towards you frantically in an effort to get you to come closer. What you got, man? A look of excitement crosses his face. Thanks for stopping. My name's Mar, and I have a favor to ask of you. What you got, man? I'm listening. 'Tis a matter of life and death. I must be delivering this here box, or it'll be my head for sure. 'Tis my bad luck that I twisted my leg something fierce. So help me out and deliver it for you. Yeah, sure, I believe you. Your leg's twisted, wink. What you got? Mar slowly takes out a small box from within the recesses of his ragged clothing. For the briefest of moments, you see a look of regret cross his face. Then it is gone as he looks at you and hands you the box. A slight shimmer surrounds the box as both you and Mar touch it. A sigh of relief is heard as Mar releases the box into your care. What now? This be needed to be delivered to Kuatra. He can usually be found somewheres down in the southeastern section of the hive. Oh, and lest ye try to say I didn't warn you, whatever happens, don't open the box, and don't leave the hive with the box. Now off with ya. All right, buddy.
Updated my journal.
Oh, he ran away and he laughed at me. I don't feel good about this. All right. So southeast portion, that's southwest, so we'll have to go southwest to get southeast, I suppose. I always feel like every interaction I have with people in the hive is them getting one over on me. Let me see if Hive Man will buy any of this stuff I got. So he will buy the high-quality stiletto, although it's better than the dagger I have, I guess. He'll buy the obsidian earring for 200. Yeah, we'll sell that. I'm not going to become a thief, so I'm fine with it. All right, we got southeastern down here. Let's do it. Dabus. Hey, Chris, what's up, my friend? Thanks for subscribing. This is Miram, which...
This is probably the worst place we can be in Sigil at the worst time.
I'll put her on the map. I don't know if she's got anything, but if I ever have to come find people. Seems like a lot of this portion of the game is like just getting your bearings in the hive and chatting it up with people, learning the story, which makes sense because I've lost my memory. All right, there's Jelly. Oh, here's a bunch of thugs. Oh, good God. They always want to fight. Fine, fine, fine.
Die.
Did you hear me? I said die. These are the things that happen to you. You don't run from me. You started this trouble. Hey, Derek, hi. Good evening, my friend. Good to see you. Oh, awesome. Good for you. I hope you're enjoying it. Yeah, that game's fantastic. They've got a bunch of unsellable bronze rings. As soon as I can find bronze ring vendor, I'm going to be living the good life. Now, bronze bracelet I can sell. Bronze ring, not so much. All right, I'm going to put some bronze rings on because I might as well look good. I am a good person, but if you attack me, you're going down. Oh man, birds are so brutal. I didn't know giraffes were that hostile, but I've had crocodiles wipe out nearly my entire fort. All dwarves that go too close. This is Drusilla. What are you about? This is a woman with fading bruises on her face and arms and a look of despairing longing in her sunken eyes. She might have been pretty once, but those days were long ago. She turns slowly to face you. Life pours into her features, and the spark of sardonic light that dances in her eyes now makes you wonder if your eyes were deceiving you. Welcome to the smoldering corpse, scarred man. I'm looking for my journal. Have you seen it? A journal? Oh, sure, I've kept an eye out for all stray journals. Thank you. Just in case some scarred man walks into my favorite bar and starts asking about it. Do you ask that of everyone you meet? What a fascinating life. Far more so than yours, I'd wager. Oh, is that so? Have you ever been in love with a living flame? Have you ever wanted to vanish utterly in the arms of another, to lose yourself in the heat of passion? Your eyes tell me that you wish you had, but you had no luck. Don't talk to me about fascinating. Scars ain't fascinating. Fights ain't fascinating. Tough ain't fascinating. You ain't fascinating. Alright, show more. Where should I start? I'm immortal. I lose my memory every time I die. I have a floating skull for a sidekick. I'm having experiences that would make most mortals scream their souls out through their eyes, and you're telling me that being in love with fire is fascinating. That's not fascinating, it's just crazy. You hear that? She recoils suddenly and looks at you more closely. Excitement creeps into her voice. You're him, aren't you? You're him. It's so funny. Well, you know, Alex, they're trying to punch above their weight class and they fail. What do you mean? He said you'd come. He said you're the one who'll set him free. He spoke to me in a dream and told me that you'd come with an ocean of water to balance him so he could burn across the plains. Free him. Please save him. Save who? Fireman? What's your connection to him? I was Ignis's lover. We both loved the flame, though. He loved it more than I did. But now I watch his beauty as he rises in the heart of the fire, and I, Drusilla, love them equally. You're barmy. Can you answer some questions? I'm looking for Farad. Have you seen him? Farad, the Collector King? You could probably find him and his stinking ilk in the trash warrens on the far side of the hive. He's a sly devil, he is. Not near as sly as my Ignis, though. Alright. Who are you? Oh, okay, right. She told me that. You're barmy. What can you tell me about this tavern? It is a prison for my love, the place where they have kept him cruelly bound over the centuries. The place I have come over the decades to commune with him in his fiery torment. It is the place that has driven me to live beyond my years and beyond my means. I hate this place. Oh, maybe she's immortal like I am. Very well. That's great. I like the option that somebody could ever say this to you in reality and you would say, oh, okay, I understand. Farewell. Am I clueless? I mean, probably. The vents blow incredibly hot air from the furnaces below. Can I talk to this guy? This crackling, billowing creature twists slowly above an iron grill upon the floor of the bar. It may have once been a human, but now its skin is charred beyond recognition. Streams of fire form a wreath around the creature's body, and the flames lick at the few remaining pockets of flesh, causing them to bubble and run like wax down the creature's skeletal frame. It looks a bit uncomfy. Examine the corpse. Delise, what's up, my friend? I know. It's really bad. That's what they say, Derekai. Losing is fun. The heat surrounding this creature is incredible. To your surprise, the iron grill the creature floats above has sagged and bent from the heat. At first, I'm standing on it, by the way. At first, you thought the heat came from the grill, but now you realize it emanates from the creature as you watch flecks of ash drift from the writhing corpse and float slowly to the ceiling. I guess, right? He's like, I've opened a slow-cooking barbecue joint. Greetings. The thing makes no response. It rises slowly within the flames. It lives, but it does not seem aware of anything other than the fire that surrounds it. Its skin is flame. Its heart is flame, and you know within some shadowed corner of your memory that this thing is dangerous. I must have encountered it before. Alright, I'll just leave that alone. I'm going to quick save it, because I know there's somebody in here that I need to fight. What's the quest say? So this guy, he had a necklace of prayer beads, and it was taken by thugs. This is for Porphyrion, so his necklace is in here. Hey, Stan, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. All right, so we're going to look around for the group of thugs and see if we can get this necklace back. Boy, there's a lot of interesting people in this bar, huh? Lots of named people. All right, so let me just see if the thugs come right out from anywhere and fight me, but I don't see it happening just yet. Oh boy, Mochai. You see someone dressed as a female dustman with a half-empty glass in her right hand. As you near her, she calls out, you, over here. You notice that something's wrong about her, and your exposure to the dustman leads you to believe that she's just too lively to be a real member of the faction. Approach her. Hey, Cutter, buy a lady a drink? You're not really a dustman, are you? She looks around nervously and seems to sober right up. Why do you say that? Because you don't act like a dusty. And you're not offering contracts. In fact, you're taking money in instead of giving it out for that corpse labor they do at mortuary. She stifles a squeak of terror, then hastens to explain. No, I'm not a dust man. I just found these robes in the street. I didn't have enough money to get good clothes, and I heard there was a dustman thief around, but you could probably find him somewhere else in the southwest part of the hive. I saw him, but I hid from him. Please don't hurt me. Interesting. Give me some money and I'll let you go. God, I'm not planning on it. You ought to know that you're not pulling it off too well. Now answer some questions. What do you want to know? Who are you? Me? I'm Mochai. I just like to drink, and she loses her train of thought momentarily. I'm just a person, you know, man? That's great. I see. Answer something else for me. What is this place? Smoldering Corpse Tavern. Can't you read? You, more bubbed than I am? No, I don't think I'm quite more bubbed than you are. Tell me something else. Tell me about the patrons here. I don't know. They're people. I don't deal much with people unless they buy me a drink. She looks at you. I see. Give me some other info. Who's the corpse? He's not a corpse. He's some crazy wizard. Ask around. They'll tell you the story. All right. Thanks. Thanks so much. All right. Let me talk to, I don't know, this guy? This is Tagarin. You see a scaled fiend who looks very similar to the one standing next to him. In addition to the pierced left ears, both are black-hued and reptilian with bat wings tucked against themselves. This one has a small scar under its left eye. Greetings, old comrade. 'Tis truly a joy to see you again. Oh, you know me. Again? What I mean, dear man, is that time, our old enemy, has performed a vicious disservice on you. It robs your memories and steals your recollections. If you do not recall us, why? It is because you have fallen prey to one of mortality's weaknesses. We are old friends of yours, old indeed. What can we do for you? Wow. Cool, we found some friendly dragon people. I got some questions, man. Some questions? Perhaps we have answers, says Aethelgrin. We are certainly eager to aid you, old friend. Who are you? I, Aethelgrin. Time has robbed our companion's memory. You honestly do not recall us, do you? Truly, I'm aggrieved, but as am I, Tagarin, truly aggrieved, yet I rest easy. It has, after all, been many hundreds of years, as we know how the minds of mortals tend to dissipate with age. Man, how old am I? Ah, well spoken, old friend. We are a pair of Abishai on leave from our current assignment in Bator. I am Tigarin the Thrice Damned, so named for my ability to find the best in every situation. I don't see how those two go together. It's like a non sequitur there. This is Aethelgrin, who has earned himself no special name, though not for lack of trying. Lack of trying? What do you mean? Aethelgren ignores you as it responds to its companion, and once again, Tagaran, you have cut straight to the truth of the matter, though perhaps it is best not to have earned the sort of notice one bearing the name Thrice Damned must surely have incurred. I have some questions? Mort whispers to you, Boss, I don't like this. They're not supposed to be here. The Blood War hasn't kicked the Celestials' asses bad enough that any fiend can go on furlough. They want something. Tread carefully. Mort really doesn't like these dragon people at all. In the meantime, Tagaran continues to respond to its companion. In its turn, Tagaran ignores you as it replies to its comrade. Once again, I maintain that any notice is better than no notice at all. The Abishai turns back to you. Old friend, does this answer your questions as to our identities? I suppose it'll have to do. I had some other questions. Do you know a collector named Farad? Farad, I have heard the name. Is he not a sage of some sort, a necromancer, or is he a diviner of rubbish? I have heard of him, friend, but do not have the pleasure of his company. Perhaps one of the other patrons can help. Okay, buddy. What you doing? What are we doing? Why, is it not perfectly clear, old friend? We are on leave from our beloved assignment, taking for ourselves some much-needed rest and perhaps inducing some additional recruitment for our glorious cause. Our superiors fully support our presence, to be sure. In a more immediate sense, we are taking our entertainment in this delightful establishment, and of course we are celebrating the return of our old friend. However, the stench of the breezes, which occasionally waft the scent of goodness in the door, debases us somewhat, leaving us physically, mentally, and spiritually weaker. Fortunately, the air in this ward of the city carries a delicious tang of pain and supplication. Wouldn't you agree? Again, the fiend smiles broadly at you. Oh. So these guys don't like the goodness. Maybe I should be careful. I had some other questions. Tell me about fiends. As we see it, there are two kinds of fiends. Those who are correct and those who are not. Our side, that of the Batizu, is correct. The other side, that of the cursed, hated, chaotic Tanari, is incorrect and must be exterminated. Gotcha. We hold the Tanari directly responsible for the Blood War. Were it not for them, we could have settled the lower planes in peace, and wouldn't have all the bother of fighting this wretched war, nor would the unfortunate spillovers into other planes be such a cause for concern among the namby-pambying do-gooders. The Tanari are directly to blame for the multiverse's sad state of affairs. Wow. Okay, we're really getting the information now. That's not really what I was asking. I wanted to know what differentiates you from them. The fiend pauses a moment and then brightens. Ah, yes. You see, we represent law and order. Those who break the law must be punished. If we have no law, we only have anarchy, and surely you can see what anarchy has done for the Abyss. It has spawned horrors beyond imagining. Any excesses the Batizu state may have indulged in are simply to counter the rising tide of chaos represented by the Tanari. We mean no harm to anyone. We just prefer to understand where the boundaries are. Okay, I had some other questions. I'm looking for my journal. I keep no journals, friend, and I counsel that you should not either. Ask my dear comrade Tagaran why, and you shall receive enlightenment. Why should I not keep a journal, Tagaran? Because, friend, it is easy to make the mistake of committing a true word to posterity, and easier still for someone you once trusted. And here she shoots a glance full of venom at Aethelgren to find that word and use it against you. Indeed, it can even lead to actions tantamount to desertion. Leaving or losing a journal can cost you your very existence. Right, so no paper trail. Good point. Okay, buddy. Farewell. Mort says, Boss, I'm more sure than ever that these Burks ain't on the up and up. Sounds to me like they deserted. Like they're looking for some angle that'll elevate their status in Bator. You don't want to be talking to him, boss. You don't know what game they're playing, and you could get burned, literally. Well, there is a burning person in here. Alright, I'm done. I'm going to listen to the skull. Okay. We've got Ilquix. You see a short, rotund man with a perplexed expression on his face. From the lines on his loose skin, it looks like it's not too uncommon. He carries a flagon of ale that looks like it's in the process of being emptied rapidly. In between swallows, he speaks in a gentle voice so quiet that you can barely hear his words. Hello, traveler. My name is Ilquix. Can I be of some assistance? Can I ask you questions? What do you want to know? Who's the burning guy? That is the last unfortunate who chose to exercise his individual will without the strength to back up his desires. His name is Ingus, and he was a pyromaniac. He burned and didn't burn the right people, and wound up channeling more raw power than he could control. Now, well, you could see what became of him. If you wish, you can learn more of him. Perhaps that poor creature Drusilla can help you. Oh, God, okay. I had some other questions. Who are you? I am but a humble man with a slight, flowery, poetical bent and a tendency toward the supernatural. I regret that I have none of my supplies here, or I should be most eager to teach you of the ways of power. Perhaps some later time? Yes, I'd like that. But I've got some other questions. What can you tell me about this place? This place, the Smoldering Corpse Tavern, a fine establishment with a fine owner. Barkus is a true gentleman and ambitious to increase his standing to boot. These, I feel, are the most useful qualities one can possess. They drive people. I got some questions. What do you know of the patrons? The patrons of this tavern are many and varied. I have spoken with most and find them delightful, with the exception of those creatures of law. He gestures toward the pair of Abishai sitting in the corner. They taint the air with their presence, lending an unwholesome stench to an otherwise pleasant environment. I recommend speaking to Barkus. I understand he requires some aid with a trifling matter. I can help with a trifling matter. Then we have that O character. I am still trying to understand him fully. It is quite an undertaking, if I say so myself. Those are the folk of interest here. The others, well, perhaps I'm too discriminating. Why do you despise the creatures of law? Ah, a fine question, my friend. My upbringing has been on the chaotic side of the Great Ring. You may speak to Kandrian Illborn, a misnomer if I ever heard one, of the plains. He fancies himself a great planewalker. Ooh, okay. This is the planewalker I need to talk to, maybe to help that other person who is stuck for the quest. To return from my digression, I have lived many years with chaos and find it pleasantly agreeable. To me, the taint of law, as in those creatures there, is reprehensible and tyrannical. If I am to be crushed underfoot, I'd rather it be by an individual than a machine that knows nothing of emotion. But isn't that machine of law comprised of individuals, Ilquix? I could say I very much agree, lie, I disagree, lie. All right, cool, man. I got some other questions. No, that's it. Okay. I'm not going to commit to agreeing or not agreeing. I'll talk to Barkus, though. You see a leather-skinned man with just a hint of ashen color to his face. His teeth seem sharper than normal, and his eyes are filled with the boredom that comes with having seen too much. His voice is nasal and clipped. You again, what do you want this time? You again, what do you mean? Yeah, you again. You got a hearing problem or something now? You was in here about 15 years ago, got all bubbed up, smashed up the place, and left a pile of coin that wasn't enough to pay for the damages. So you plucked out your own bleeding eyeball and tells me you'll be back to reclaim it when you got 200 coins together. With 15 years of interest, you got about 500 coins. You got the jink, pal. I got the eye. I could buy my own eyeball back, and it seems like probably a good purchase. I know you might think I'm crazy, but I'm going to buy it. But let's see if I can talk him down. 500, that's ridiculous. That's the price. Take it or pike it. Fine, I'll take it. It's a deal. He produces a darkened, wax-stoppered, wide-mouthed bottle from his pocket. You hear the sound of liquid sloshing around inside it, along with a heavier, squishier noise. Opening it, the stench of some sort of preservative agent nearly makes you gag. Floating in the viscid muck is an eyeball. You'd better figure out what you want to do with that now you've exposed it to the air. You might as well put a pickled egg in the jar for all the good it'll do. You make up your mind, Cutter, pickled egg or not. All right, tear out your eyeball and place this one in the socket. Did it. I got 1,000 experience. That was worth 500 jink. With a moment's hesitation, you reach into your socket and pop your eye into the palm of your hand. Man, what kind of game is this? The bartender helpfully severs the optic nerve. Thanks, buddy. And directs your hand to the jar of goo and sits on the bar. You deposit your eye in the preservative, wrap your finger around the old one, and slide it into your empty socket. The pain of this entire operation is incredible. After a moment, though, you can feel the optic nerve reattaching itself into this new eye, and suddenly you're hit by a flash of memory. Hey, great, absorb it. I got memory flash, a vast expanse of chaotic, ever-changing wasteland, stretching before you a group of humanoid vultures, plummeting towards you, cruel weapons ready to strike, and your own shining blade clutched tight in your fist. Memory flash. 3 toughs surround you in the colors of an enemy you can't quite place. Long daggers glisten in their hands, and the light glints cruelly from their exposed teeth. You glance at your scarred hands and know that soon they'll be covered in blood. Memory flash. An enormous frog-like creature comes bounding over through under chaos stuff, headed for you with a mouth full of teeth. You hurl your javelin through the shifting matter and pin the creature to a sudden stone plinth. You have recalled some of your lost fighting skills. Great. So these memory flashes, this seems like a day in the life of me so far, getting jumped by, every manner of thug and being. Okay. Ask some questions. I got some proficiency points increased permanently. Hurry up, will you? I got paying customers. Who are you? Me, I'm Barkus, owner and keeper of this place. What is this place? Didn't you see the sign out front? Didn't you see the Burke burning over the furnace when you came in? It's the smoldering corpse, Cutter. Best damn bub house in Sigil. At least, it's the best damn bub house in this part of the hive, which makes it one of the best in Sigil. Hell, it's like in the top 20. They got fancy places with plants and such in the ladies' ward, and they got fiendish taverns salted around the rest of the hive, but none of them got the character of the smoldering corpse. Who's that corpse, anyway? Him? Ignis? He used to be a flame wizard, burned down pieces of the hive and got himself scragged by a bunch of other mages. You want to know more? Go talk to Drusilla. I want to know more about other stuff. Hurry it up. What can you tell me about the patrons here? I don't make it a point to interfere with the lives of the people who give me their hard-earned jink, unless they ask me to. So, over there is Candrian. Okay, that's the one I need to talk to, Planewalker. He's a good one to talk to about any planewalking questions you might have. He's been pretty much everywhere. Down there is Eb Creeknees, an old harmonium basher. Don't hold that against him, and a tout. He's got a good heart in him, and he knows Sigil up and down. Them fiends over there are Aethelgrin and Tagarin, rather. Word of advice, don't deal with them. They might be low rankers in the fiend hierarchy, but they're still fiends. Then you got Ilquix over there. not trustworthy, and some mercy killers looking for some poor sod. Dekhan, the Githzerai, is a mystery to me. Don't know much about him. He doesn't talk much. Finally, you interested in earning some free bub? Show more. I mean, yes. There's a bubber over against a far wall, hanging about in the shadows, but trying to work up her courage to slip out without covering her tab. Oh, I'd already talked to her. I want you to make sure she don't do that. You do it, you got free bub here for life. Wow. For life? Free bub? Who doesn't want free bub? I'll do it. Answer my questions. I'm looking for a journal. A journal, paper and words, friend, that sort of thing don't get stocked down here in the hive. Folks here can barely read the sign above the door, much less an entire journal. If you're looking for a journal, you do better to have a system instead of asking folks willy-nilly. But see, that is my system. I ask everybody. Somebody's bound to know. Thanks for the unasked for advice. That's right. Answer a different question then. I'm looking for Farad, the collector. He turns and spits on the floor. Farad, pah. You may as well just turn your back and let him sink a dagger in it, though from the looks of you, you already have. If you're dead set on finding Farad, pardon the pun, talk to Eb Creekneys over there. He should know something of value. Oh, cool. Hey, Fading, good evening. Good to see you. I wonder if Eb can tell me about the secret entrance. All right, man. Thanks. So, let me... Oh, look at my character. I'm, like, seriously injured. I wonder if it's because I leveled up. So, oh no, I'm seriously injured because I ripped out my eyeball. That's right. Hey. Jolene, what's up? Good to see you. Let's see what proficiencies raised up from myself here if I can. So, my Thaco, did that raise, or was it saving throws, or... I have a bunch of unused slots. I don't know, I got some stuff. I don't know how easy it is to tell what I got back from that memory. Awesome, Jolene, happy to have you. Let's see. So let me go into the inventory screen and see if I want to do anything to heal myself. But I want to check out this eyeball. So it's my eye. Looks like it's seen better days. It doesn't really do anything. It's just my eye. Okay. Well, I got an eye there. Do I have the other eye? That's a question. I don't see the other eye just like sitting around randomly. So maybe I can't switch it back in, but I probably wouldn't want to. Alright, so I'm going to... how do I go to my quick items? Let's see. No, this is quick loot, I guess, stuff on the ground. Oh, this is really useful. So you don't have to... They did really add a lot of quality of life stuff. Or maybe this was in the base game, but that's nice. Select item. Alright, yeah. I'm going to use a clot charm on myself. And just heal up a little bit. I'm going to quick save it, just in case I get into another fight. Dekhan is here, but I want to talk to Kandrian, because Ingress is the mad woman, and I need to find an experienced planewalker to help guide Ingress home for a quest. So I'm totally into doing that. Kandrian's like a ghost. He looks transparent. You see a soft-looking man with gentle, far-staring eyes. He dresses in supple leather clothing and carries various implements of use and destruction about his body, such as ropes, spikes, tinder boxes, and empty vials of air. He looks half gone, literally. There's an insubstantiality to his existence. Yeah, okay, it's not just me. As if his existence has been partially leached away. He focuses those eyes on you, and suddenly you find them gripping, and determined. Greetings to you, O Seeker. Greetings. He carefully sets down the mug he's holding and gives you all his attention. I have seen the far reaches of the multiverse and returned to tell the tale. I have walked upon the bodies of dead gods and spun moonbeams in the astral ahead of 1,000 shrieking Githyanki knights. I have passed the edges of existence and watched my essence shiver away before me. What is it I can do for you? This actually happens to word for word be the greeting that I give to all new people that I meet. So I don't know who I talked to about a copyright infringement, but I've been using this. I mean, I guess it's a pretty standard salutation for quite some time. I have some questions for you. Perhaps I have answers for you. Speak, and I shall tell you. I met a woman named Ingress with very bad teeth, emphasis on the bad teeth. She said she'd come through a portal from some world and was opened by a tune hummed near 2 crossed trees. Can you get her home? He pauses briefly, thinking, I know the portal of which you speak, though I have not traveled it in these 30 years gone. I will take her home, Seeker. Go tell her to await my arrival, then meet me back here, and I will tell you if I was successful or not. All right, sweet. Thanks. I had some other questions, so we can get her home. Who are you? I am Kandrian Ilborn, traveler, dreamer, tale spinner, and so forth. You are a traveler? Tell me of the plains. I am tired, Seeker. So tired. I am fresh back from negation. I will answer what I can for you, but I cannot promise that you will find satisfaction in the answers I give. What would you know? Would you hear of the outer planes, the prime material, or the inner planes? What's the difference, dude? The difference is true essence, Seeker. The inner planes are matter, substance, true physicality. They are the building blocks of the multiverse, for it is from them that all belief in the elements springs. The inner planes filter through the ethereal plane, the plane of potential, some say, which forms the elements into the worlds of mortals. Once past the ethereal plane, one reaches the prime material, where exist all manner of mortals and monsters and myths and machines. It is there that belief is born, and there that the spirits that create the outer planes are born. When mortals die, they pass through the astral plane, and no place that is thought and mental energy itself. It is in all things and in none. It is paradox, among other things, and it filters spirits into the great ring. Do you comprehend so far? Not at all. Yes, it's crystal clear. Go on. Now, the outer planes. Where should I start? Do you know the cardinal rules of the planes on which all others are based? Do you know about the composition of the outer planes? Do you know of the great ring and its divisions in our hearts? Do you know of the individual planes? Each of these leads to the next, and so it is best to start from the beginning. Okay. All right. I see I asked this guy a rather large question. It does, Silum, mainly indeed. Tell me of the composition of the planes. The outer planes are created of and by belief and thought and faith. They take their imagined form from the prime material plane, shaped into forms that stagger the imagination built by the accumulation of belief. Belief creates the planes. Belief is power here. Change belief and you can change the nature of reality. The creatures that are born here, the plane-born, like the fiends and celestials, are truly born of the thoughts and concepts of mortals. They each express some sort of ideal, and the more powerful the ideal, the more powerful the being. Thus, the being that symbolizes love is one of the strongest of all. Go on. That's why the powers, gods, some call them, live out here. This is where all the faith in them comes. This is where they are at their most pure and most strong. Their realms are extensions of their very beings, manifestations of their godly essence, all of it informed by belief. So the composition of the planes is belief. Okay. Tell me of the Great Ring. Among the loose unity of planeswalkers, we conceive of the infinite outer planes as a ring surrounding the plane of ultimate neutrality, the Outlands. The spire atop which Sigil sits is in the center of the Outlands. Wow, okay. The further one travels away from the spire, the less neutral the plane grows until it spills into the neighboring planes. Each of these planes impinges on the Outlands, spinning themselves into law and chaos, good and evil. The Great Road marks the demarcation between the Outlands and the gate towns that spring up around the gates to these planes. Beyond the gate towns lie the hinterlands, uncharted territory that is lost to history, that loses thought. Danger lies in the hinterlands. All right, go on. The outer planes differ by morality, not substance. For you, we'll divide the planes into 3 sets. The upper planes of good, the lower planes of evil, and the boundary planes of neutrality. These are then divided further by law and chaos, with the Outlands in the middle. Which of these interest you? I usually enjoy being good, so talk to me about the upper planes. Of the upper planes, there are the neutral planes, the lawful planes, and the chaotic planes. What would you know? So, this is kind of interesting. And I don't know if contemporary D&D has kind of swerved away from these planes, or maybe they're just in certain, campaigns that you would play. But the focusing on dividing them up by the different alignments that you can play is kind of neat. So talk to me about the lawful planes. Kandrian gives a small shudder. I am not the best person to speak of the planes of law, he says, for the innate structure and ultimate patterns they oppose frighten me. I steer clear of them because I value my individuality more than I value the knowledge they'll bring me. They include regimented Arcadia, nearest of the good planes to the unbending order of Mechanus, and Mount Celestia, home of the Archons, an island in the Silver Sea. Okay. So this is kind of like it's swerving into like the Cimmerillion lane here for a moment, where my mind is becoming liquefied by different names and different planes. So we're going to hear some stories about the gods and the creation and the planes. And let's see how we're doing. Tell me about the upper planes again. Talk to me about the neutral one. The neutral upper planes contain, the Beastlands, a place of neutrality and goodness, with a slight tinge of chaos, where the animals rule in the eternal noon and night. They hold Bitopia, twin paradise of industry and labor, where all work toward the good of all, and Elysium, the sweetest plane of goodness and calm I have ever come across. Well, let's go to Elysium. Let's be neutral good so we can hang out in Elysium. Alas, right now, I am not well enough to enjoy all of their restorative effects. What would you hear of now? Upper planes. Talk to me about chaotic good. These are where I feel at home, though I steer clear of Ysgard for the most part. The endless battles and tests of metal among the floating earthbergs of the plain don't do much for my disposition. Aboria, though, he sighs. The mountains are taller, the air clearer, the rivers purer, and the game larger than anywhere else. It is true paradise, Pandora, a place where passions run high, and the wine never ceases to flow. When I have recovered enough of my wits and myself, when we have done with the outer planes, you should ask me of the inner. and I will describe my journey to you. I will turn to Arboria's bowers and glades and lose myself for a time. Okay. Well, let's see. Tell me more of the plains, and let's talk about the lower plains. Like the upper plains, the lower plains are divided into lawful, chaotic, and neutral. Each of them varies in terms of horrors and what those horrors do to a traveler's spirit, and all of them are best avoided. Which of them would you like to hear of? How about the neutral ones? The neutral plains, huh? They're vile and barely understandable, and they're more insidious on their own than you could ever imagine. Take Gehenna, for example. 4 volcanoes in stages of dormancy floating in an infinite void, each of them somehow alive, and each of them wanting your soul by whatever means they can get it. That does sound bad. Populated with Yugoloths, the worst of the fiends, in my opinion, and you've got the place. The plane of ultimate evil, at least, that's what they call it, is the Grey Waste, a no place that drains color from your body and spirit, stealing away even your apathy. Hey, that's my apathy, and it's the site of the worst battlegrounds in the war down there. Don't get me started. Then you've got Carceri on the chaotic side. Let's get started about the war. The Blood War. At the name, your blood feels as if it freezes in your veins. Ilborn doesn't seem to notice, wrapped up as he is in his memories. 2 armies of fiends smashing together pointlessly across the lower plains, slaughtering mindlessly in the name of law and chaos. So, these guys that we talked to, they're neutral evil, apparently. And they're fighting for the rule. One on lawful side, one on the chaos side. They'll aggrandize it, of course, but in the end, it's about hate and stupid endeavor that aids none and harms far too many. Talk to me about Carceri. Carceri and its poisonous jungles, acid swamps, destructive waters, strung like a string of rotten pearls nested within one another. He pauses and looks at you carefully, again fixing you in place with his eyes. Remember this, Seeker. Carceri is a prison, home to the Guerrillas, one of the most dangerous types of fiends there is. The strength of the prison is the strength of the captor, as strong as the prisoner lets it be. Destroy the prison keeper, and a body can escape the red prison. There is almost no other way out, not when the gates close themselves against you and watch you spin off into the vast space surrounding the orbs. Be wary of Carceri, traveler, for its bonds can be greater than flesh. Okay, I won't go there. Let's talk about the lower ones.
Updated my journal.
Like the upper planes, the lower planes are divided. Oh, okay, I updated my journal. It really does, Siloom. You know, with the stratification of, you know, the different levels of hell and the divine space in Paradisio. Let's see. I already talked neutral, talk lawful. As much as I detest the order of the lawful upper planes, at least they present a modicum of goodness. Their lower planar counterparts, though, Acheron's a place of ricocheting cubes that never see an end to battle, swarming with the souls of dead humanoids. That sounds fun, so it's just dead people and cubes bouncing off one another forever. Baator, he shivers involuntarily. Baator is a place best avoided. Those Batizu, the fiends in the corner there, are but the merest expression of the deviant corruption embodied in that soulless machine of order. If you want more, talk to them, but remember, all that is bad about bureaucracy and order originates from Baator, and it spreads like a stain across the hearts of mortals. Though there is some knowledge to be found there, it is rarely worth the spiritual rape the plane inflicts. Okay, that doesn't sound good. Talk to me about the lower planes. Chaotic. The Abyss isn't someplace you should consider going. Where Baator is all orderly, the Abyss is full of chaos and change, and none of it's pleasant. When it becomes something that approximates normality, that's when you should be most wary of it. It's home to the Tenari, what most primes call demons, and they've got that name for a reason. They're unpredictable and murderous, and the few you can trust are few and far between. The few I have met who I trust, I still don't trust entirely. They are creatures of chaos and evil incarnate, and if they're putting on a friendly face, who's to say it's not part of a larger agenda? That's a fair point. Talk to me about the other planes. Let's go to the boundary planes, I guess. There are two boundary planes, to my mind, and they are diametrically opposed. One of them, Mechanus, is the very essence of law, a place where beliefs fit together, interlocking, turning in a massive machine that is the entire plane. Some folks would have it that the gears of Mechanus are the engine that drives the planes. The other plane is Limbo, a swirling morass of chaos that follows no rules, none. And just when a body thinks he's classified its behavior, it goes and changes on him, or it doesn't. You just can't tell. I was in Limbo not too long ago. Tell me of your journey. He closes his eyes, remembering. I had a Githzerai guide with me, an Anarch who could shape the illogical matter of the plane into forms of his desire. We had fought off the harrying of the Slotty, the chaos creatures who call that plane home. It seemed there were more than usual, but then one could never tell what's usual in Limbo. But I digress. In the midst of all this chaos, we came across a series of huge metal interlocking cubes, like some sort of puzzle box. It wasn't something we had shaped, consciously or not, and we couldn't find a way inside. It was like a bastion of order within the confines of disorder, a seed of law. That's the best I can explain it. Okay.
Updated my journal.
Talk to me about the Outlands. The Outlands are absolute neutrality. Probably the best place for a body to visit in the outer planes outside of Sigil, if you don't want to have a plane's morality forced into your heart. Everything balances out in the Outlands, as it should be. For the plane that sits at the center of the outer planes, Powers' realms are scattered about here, and there are handfuls of gate towns that open into the rest of the outer planes. The gate towns usually mirror the philosophy of the plane that the gates open onto, and if the balance of belief isn't kept in the town slips into the nearby plane. It's a bad situation for everyone because of the few folks in the town really want that change. But enough of the Outlands. What more would you know? I know, Siloam. It's a great time, and everyone can only say the words, how low can you go? Let's see. So, I think I've done all of this. Some questions. Okay, so I don't need to ask him about Farad because the Ebb is the guy to talk to about Farad, but I want to quickly run and go. Well, I'm looking for the thugs. Maybe the thugs are these. Okay, I need to deal with this lady about her bar tab. What do you want? Barca says it's time for you to settle your tab. Pay up. She jumps a little, and her nervous tension becomes full-fledged anxiety. What are you going to do? Ask you to go pay up, now. I can't afford it. Can you spot me just 10%? I'll give it to him, and he knows I'll pay the rest. How much do you need? I think I need about 100 coins to get started. Poison her drink with embalming fluid. Oh my god. What an option, right at the top. I'll lend you the money. I lend you the money, but I don't have it. I'll be back with some money. Can you think of another solution? Another way to pay? You could always kill me. I could, but hey, what's that over there? I'll just lend you the money. Now go pay up. She pockets your jink, glances briefly toward the door, almost as if she's weighing the chances of dashing out, sighs heavily as she realizes there's no chance and begins to walk glumly toward the bar. Thanks, I suppose. Don't mention it, and don't even think about heading for the door until you've paid up. Yeah, you better pay up. Alright, we gotta watch her. She's moving slow. Look, lady, don't even try it. Look at her little march. Don't make eye contact with the flaming guy. Yeah, she could leave an eye as collateral. She might have to. She might have to leave both eyes. Mercy Killer Patron, I think, is who I need to talk to for the quest, because they have a blue outline, but I could be wrong about that. Nah, everybody has a blue outline. No, they don't. That's O. I want to talk to them, actually. Here's some money. I'll bring in more later. You'd better, or I'll send him after you again. Yeah, that's right. Alright, let's see what he says about this. You again. You won't be having trouble with Mochai again. Ooh, 1,000 experience. Then, friend, you have full bar privileges for free. Oh, wait. I think I just pretended. Did I just lie and say I killed her? I was trying to, like, continue the quest. I don't know. Must have been a pretty big tag she ran up. You don't know the half of it. You want a drink? No, I'll be back. Actually, yeah, I'll take a drink. You want a drink? You got a drink. Hit me with some mead, man. It's not bold, but it's filling, and it's alcoholic. That's it, man. Did it heal me? No, it doesn't look like it. All right. Okay. I want to go talk to Ingress. Or, yeah, that's what her name was. Oh, my God. Thugs all day long out here, I tell you what. Guys, I just had my eye ripped out. Oh, these guys are now hostile. It's getting too spicy. Hey, stop running away.
I'm hurt.
I am hurt. I gotta run.
Right.
Okay, fine. We gotta go. I healed. Now you'll pay for that.
You see that?
Hey. Hey, come back. Alright. Man, there's bad guys everywhere. Oh, thank you, VODs. I should definitely try that taunt power to get them off of me. I got some money. Let me try the quick loot. Oh, yeah. Oh, bronze ring. You're killing me here. Alright. So let's go back up to the northeastern portion.
Step right up, come see the burning man, trying to put him out. Buy him a drink, he's thirsty. He's on fire. He's a red hot. Come on in. Come on in. See what I mean?
Alright, and let's see, where am I? Oh, she's, there she is. I marked her. You see her. Greetings. You! What is it you want? You want me to leave? Not leaving the city. No, I'm not. Ingress, I found someone who could take you back to your home plane. She falls silent. I want to go. Want to leave this place. His name is Candrian. He should be along shortly to help you. Trust him, alright? Ingress says nothing, merely nods quietly, her teeth chattering inside her mouth. I'll go back and meet him at the corpse. Be strong.
Updated my journal.
I'm gonna go meet someone at a corpse place. You're gonna love it. You just keep doing you. You're fine. Oh, you know what? If I go into my bag, I bet I can use like a bandage on myself. Yeah, heal 3 hit points. Use it. Bam. Done. Oh my god. They're back. This area of town is so dangerous. But maybe one of these... Well, no, they said inside. Hey, there's the thug trying to hide. No, I see you. They're all trying to hide. They're all trying to run away. Oh, that was cagey. Oh, you know what? Thank you for teaching me that shortcut. I didn't know I could cut through like that. Oh my god. They led me to like 15 more of their buddies. Oh my gosh. There's just too many thugs. Alright, fine. I'm going in. Go into town. Go in here. Forget about all that. Let's talk to my man. Kandrian stands as you approach him. The Tooth Woman wanted you to have these, he says, holding out his hand. She wanted to express her thanks, even out the balance book, as it were, and be done with the damn things. In the palm of his hand are her dancing teeth, and he smoothly deposits them into your hand. Enjoy 'em, Seeker. Thanks, buddy.
My journal.
I got something in my journal. So, I'm betting I got some experience. Maybe not, but I got teeth. Ingress's teeth. Oh my god. I could give him to the skull. Look at this. They do crushing damage. Well, I mean, why not? Oh, I forgot. He has an inventory too. I think yeah, he could equip teeth. Oh, this is so funny. 1 to 3 piercing. So, I forgot. I could just give him stuff. Right. So you're getting all the bronze rings, buddy. Alright.
Hey.
Dude, this is a big upgrade. This does way more damage. You examine the teeth. You can't shake their resemblance to ivory bugs. You get the feeling that they're looking at you, awaiting some command. We need you to do piercing damage, dude. The teeth elongate into sharp fangs. Oh, you could change his damage type. Okay, so I could change it to blunt or whatever. Okay, so good. Yeah, piercing is fine. Hilarious. So how about that? We are actually... we're thinking about trying to find level 5. I still have, to talk over here to Eb Creekneys about Farad. And we still need to work through, the intruder. I really want to find go back through and figure out where that mage trainer was. I thought I saw somebody practicing spells, but I'm not remembering exactly where they were. And we need to deliver this box. We have a bunch more missions to do. But we're making amazing progress. The story in this game is so involved, but you really feel like this living energy of the different sections of the hive as we explore them and meet all these people. And I'm having a really good time with this game. Everyone, it is indeed my bedtime, and I want to say thank you so much for coming out, hanging out, and playing some Planescape Torment. We will be back tomorrow on stream if you're interested in stopping by. I hope you all have an excellent evening or day. VODs, Siloom, Alex, Jolene, Fading, Derek High, Delise, Stan, Jamnuska. Mr. Crab, Seth. T-Swan. Everyone out there, take care. Have a great one.